Hey everyone, I've got some exciting news for you all today. PC flighting has just begun, with only a small number of people getting accepted into the first flight. This is mainly because 343 wants to test the game with a very small audience to get quick feedback on some evident and consistent issues that are occurring in the build. However, if you didn't get an email for the first flight, don't stress, because the future flights will be open to a larger audience after a few of the problems are solved. Okay, we also have news on the direction and design of the new MCC progression system getting implemented into Halo Reach and the rest of the titles on MCC. The article that I'll be reading off is from Halo Waypoint. The link will be in the description if you want to read along and want some further info. So without further ado, grab your popcorn and let's get into some juicy Halo PC news. The first thing we'll be reading about is the progression system and its update in the design, so let's jump into that. In last month's development update for MCC, we talked at a high level about the Reach-inspired progression system that has been developed for all titles in MCC. After reading what people were talking about, there seemed to be a handful of common questions and misconceptions about how unlocks, progression through the system, and access to the content will work. Okay, before I continue guys, here I'll be reading an interview that Postum's organised with Max, who is MCC's design director. Pretty important bloke. Postum spoke to Max to ask a few common questions that the majority of Halo fans were asking. Here's what they said. Hey Max, thanks so much for taking the time to sit down and do a follow-up on questions that the community has around the new progression system. They're excited, curious, and want to know so much more about it. You are quite welcome, and I'm happy to answer these to help the community understand better what our intentions are with this new system and how we aim to improve the experience for not only Reach, but for all games in the MCC. On the screen now, you should see a work in progress visual of the in-user face preview for viewing your character when customizing them. Recon AOR is one of the many planned Season 1 unlocks. Continuing on, Postums then asks, well for starters, one of the things the community has been talking about is the new seasons. Can you clarify what a new season is and when one ends? What happens to the content and unlocks around it? Max replies, this was something I also saw online that was being talked about. Our intent has and will always be that when a season is over, content doesn't disappear. You will not lose access to the ability to earn content from a season or the ability to use previously unlocked content. A core design philosophy we have is to give more options to the players, and when it comes to earning things, we will not take this away from you. When a season ends, nothing will be taken away in terms of unlocks. If a new season starts that has a new theme, such as the release of a new title for MCC on PC, it will be addictive and include new unlocks to work towards. For you, this means if you haven't finished unlocking all content for the first Halo Reach season, and the Halo Combat Evolved season has started, you now can choose to continue working on unlocking content in the Halo Reach season, or use your season points towards the unlocks from the new Halo Combat Evolved season. All content and unlocks are yours forever once they have been earned. If anything, we will look at new and fun ways to add content for you to work towards. At season launch, players will earn season points by leveling up your global rank through completing activities in the game that are played on dedicated servers. This will be for multiplayer and matchmaking and online firefight. Later on, challenges will become available and will also reward season points on completion. When you earn season points, you'll be able to spend them on Halo Reach armors, armor effects, and firefight voices, in addition to profile items, like nameplates in the first season. Future seasons will offer profile items and possibly some other unlockables. A season includes a unique theme, new playlists, and featured modes, and a series of new unlockables. When a new season begins, players can earn unlockables from any previous season by purchasing the unlocks in order after they level up. Playlists and modes will rotate each season, though popular gameplay experiences can rotate back in during future seasons. XP will be granted at the end of each completed game that is played on dedicated servers. This will include player vs player multiplayer match-made games and firefight matchmaking. XP will be awarded based on the length of the match and medals earned, but the medals earned will account for most of the XP. Medals will award XP in two primary categories, performance and teamwork. Performance medals include things such as kill streaks, style kills, and objective medals like flag captures. Teamwork medals are awarded for in-game actions like assists, protecting another player, or contributing to a score in objective game types. XP will be capped for all the categories, time, performance, and teamwork per match. There will be a global rank and a matchmaking per playlist rank that players can level up. As players complete matches and earn medals, they will earn XP and eventually reach a new level for their global rank, with each level having a unique name and icon. Per playlist ranks will be the same as they are in MCC currently, but will be reset at the beginning of each new season as if a playlist is added in. Here is the work in progress of the various emblems that are currently being prototyped for the global rankings. The global rank will also roll over for players who have reached the final level and allows you to continue climbing through them to earn more points towards seasonal unlocks. Once you have climbed to the top, currently around 30 levels, an additional unique rank will appear as you continue to advance through all available levels. This rolling global rank is entirely separate from each matchmaking playlist's rank and levels, and will not be reset each season. Here is yet another work in progress of the possible emblems that are currently being prototyped for the global rankings. Season 1's path to unlock all content and the system itself was influenced by the progression system used in Reach. The unlock path for Season 1 and Halo Reach is based on the costs and level requirements from the original Halo Reach credit system. As well, we've streamlined the system so that to unlock all of the content in Halo Reach for Season 1 should generally take less time than it did back on the Xbox 360. The goal is for players who play a few hours several days a week to be able to unlock all seasonal items. We are estimating it will take about 75 to 100 hours per season to unlock all of the items for the season. That said, the season unlocks do not disappear after the season ends, and we may add additional ways to earn seasonal points in later seasons. All retail content that can be unlocked in Halo Reach today by in-game methods will be available in Season 1. We are looking into ways to incorporate all the unlocks that required account links, external apps, pre-orders, and even some previously unreleased content for Halo Reach as well. We can't commit to a full list until we fully understand the technical limitations and whether we have all the required assets for each item. For reference, the reason we have been unable to include the Champion's Bundle armor and abilities for Halo 4 and MCC is because those items existed in both code and data, and it has proven very difficult to bring that content over to the Xbox One. In future seasons, we are looking into ways to expand the pool of customization items in each game. At minimum, we would like to include new profile items such as nameplates, but we think it would be even cooler if we could add new skins, armor, or visor colors, or armors to the other games. Thank you so much for all the info, Max. I know people will be happy to have all these questions clarified, and are looking forward to getting their hands on it. Alrighty guys, that's the end of the Postums interview with Max. Honestly, that gives us a lot to look forward to, so I am buzzing at the moment. Alrighty, now for some flighting news. This weekend, the 28th of the 6th to the 1st of the 7th, we are flighting a limited build of Halo Reach on PC. The goals of this flight are validating our delivery pipelines to a larger audience, beta test the all-new Halo support site, and receive feedback on areas we need to improve as we move forward with the project. The Halo insiders who are selected to participate were those with varying ranges of hardware and are using the Windows 10 operating system. Not everyone has been invited to participate, but over time, the groups will grow in size as we flight various areas of the game. We see the excitement and eagerness from the community to participate in these flights, and we hear you. Just know that we are going to continue to invite more and more people over time and get as many people in and providing feedback as possible, but it's going to take some time, so please hang in there. After this flight wraps up, we will evaluate and prioritise the feedback we plan to act on. Once it is done, and we have completed our feature work that is required for our next flight, we will expand the invite list and move on to Public Flight 2 in the future. As we move through our internal milestones on approach to the second flight, we will shed the time frame around it going live. Our next planned flight is dependent on a few key features being finalised, and their systems reaching full functionality to support them. But know this, our goal is to flight large features and game modes as they come online throughout various key points in development. This requires us to develop them and then work both internally and with our partners to verify them. Once we all agree we are in a good place and it feels good, the next public flight will happen. As stated many times before, it's ready when it's ready. This includes Xbox One flights in the future, so stay tuned for more details throughout July as we continue the journey of bringing MCC to PC and Halo Reach to MCC. Now here is a small Q&A regarding Halo coming to PC and Reach on MCC. Will MCC be an always online game? Will I be required to have an internet connection to log in and play specifically on Steam? Specifically as Steam? No. You will need to be able to sign into Xbox Live. As long as you can pop online from time to time to re-catch your login, you should be okay. Are we going to get the GRD helmet in game? We're currently investigating it, but cannot commit to it being in the game at this time. Okay guys, this is a big one. What does mod support look like on PC? What thoughts have we had on this? What do we think it will look like, and when will we have it on PC? Everyone on our teams all want mod support. The ultimate goal is to enable content creators and empower the community to continue MCC as much as we possibly can. But our primary goal remains to get all of these titles up and running on PC first, so modding does take a back seat to that initially. It is in our pipeline to investigate modding. We are continuing to try and figure out ways to work with people who are active in the Halo modding community. Many people on console have been discussing the features that are coming to PC and wanting them to come back to console. What sort of discussions have been ongoing around the various features such as FOV, higher FPS options and other features being brought to PC? These are all things that are definitely on our radar to investigate after we ensure it's working on PC and PC out. We can understand the need, and especially the large TVs, higher refresh rates on consoles now, and just in general more powerful hardware. It makes sense for us to look into these. Our goal is always to make the features work first, then explore other options for them. What a lot of people don't fully realise, which we have talked briefly with the community about on Reddit and other media sources, is what we are doing with these games is just fundamentally difficult. In most cases, they weren't designed to do what we are trying to do with them. A lot of times we open up a door and it just doesn't work. When that happens, we have to take a couple steps back or we fall into a hole and have to dig ourselves out. This is one of the reasons why we have a "it's ready when it's ready" mentality. Our goal is to ensure we put our best foot forward across the board on all the stuff we're doing when it comes to PC UI, to getting the games in priority, to higher refresh rates, the FOV changes, and all of the features we are working on. The reality is, they are not just easy tasks to make work. On top of the feature work, we also have co-development between our internal development team, between Ruffian, and also between Splash Damage while maintaining our regular updates to MCC on Xbox One. It's a lot of work, a lot of complications, and it's a fun challenge from the production standpoint to figure out what that roadmap is, and all of the dependencies to ensure all of our ducks are in a row. We are just a little busy. What will crossplay look like at launch? Crossplay on PC from Windows Store and Steam will be something we are aiming to have fully functional at launch for each title. Crossplay between console and PC is something we'll be investigating after launch. Now that there, I was really curious about that, but my question's just been answered, so yeah, it's interesting. Hopefully when that comes, it'll work with competitive as well. I'll be a bit curious to see how they integrate crossplay with competitive mode, but yeah, I guess we'll wait until we hear further news about that. Will there be any Linux support? Currently there are no plans for Linux support. Sorry for you lot. Will we firefight? Yes, we'll be firefighting at some point. Currently no date set in stone as there is a lot of work going on around it, but our goal is for Public Flight 2 to be our fireflight. The big one I've seen is, when will Halo Reach and MCC on PC be released? When it's ready. This is a journey we are all taking together through development, flighting, and the inevitable release. When it is ready, we will release it. Alrighty guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Quite a longer video than usual, but honestly, who cares when it's regarding this amazing game and its future on PC. Let me know what your thoughts are and what you are most excited for going forward. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to support me that little bit extra. Thanks everyone, and have a good one.